Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to assemble a skateboard. First we're going to start with the grip tape. You want to lay it out flat, get a good idea of how you're going to lay it onto that deck. Next we're going to remove the backing off that grip tape. You don't want to throw out that grip tape backing because we can use it here in a second. Now I'll line it up. Make sure we want to press firmly in the center of the grip tape, and we'll work our way to the outside. Want to prevent any air bubbles from underneath that grip tape. Here we'll use that backing like I said a second ago, and this way we can press firmly on that skateboard deck. Now we're going to use a Phillips screwdriver to go around the outside edge of the skateboard. We want to do this with a firm amount of pressure. You can see it starts to create a scraped edge around the outline of that skateboard deck. Once you're happy with it, next we're going to use a straight edge razor and we're going to cut off the excess grip tape. You want to start from the underside of the grip tape and just firmly pull close into your body. Want to remove as much of that excess as we can. Once you get the excess removed, you can go back and fine-tune that edge. Alright, now we're going to poke holes for our hardware in that grip tape. So we'll flip the board upside down, poke like a Phillips screwdriver or a small pointer, and just poke some holes in that grip tape. Then I like to take my hardware and line it up in the skateboard deck. And we'll set that aside, move on to the next step, which is our bearings. We're going to install those into our wheels. These are Red's Bones bearings. I'm sorry, Bones Super Red bearings. There's multiple ways you can install these bearings. One way is to use the trucks and basically press evenly the bearings into the wheels. It works pretty well, or you can use a vise like I am doing here. It's a lot easier. If you have the ability to use a vise, I would definitely recommend it. We want to use a socket to tighten those wheels onto the trucks. You want to make sure not to over tighten those wheels. Leave just a little bit of play in there so that they can rotate smoothly. Alright, next we'll take our board and we're going to install the trucks onto the bottom of the skateboard. I like to hand tighten the nuts onto the back of the bolts. This way you don't strip any of the locking nuts. So here again I'm putting it on by hand. I want to make sure I get those nuts started without stripping them. Then you can use a Phillips screwdriver on one side and a socket or a wrench on the other side. You don't want to over tighten these because you don't want the Phillips screwdriver side to basically go too far into the board. You want to make sure it's tight, and here it is, an assembled skateboard.